Well, what do you know? Not much. You? We have one person that listens to that radio show other than me. National Public Radio has this show. The title of it is, What Do You Know? And they always start the show by some person, the MC saying, what do you know? And the whole audience says, not much. You? And then they go into their program. What do you know? What do you know? I know a few things. I've learned a few things over the years. When I was just 12 years old, my dad told me to rewire a lamp, put a new plug on the end of the wires, and just gave me the lamp and a screwdriver. I learned something. You don't twist those two wires together and plug it in. They go to different prongs. So I know some things. What do you know? I know what happens if you take a piece of candy called a Mentos and drop it in a 2-liter of Diet Coke. I know what happens. It shoots all the way to the ceiling. It does. You kids go home and try it. Trust me, it'll work. Okay? You have my permission. It just explodes. I know all kinds of things. Most of the stuff I know is probably not going to do me a whole lot of good. But today we're going to do something. We're going to ask, what do you know? We're going to have a little fun today. On the front of your order of worship, take a look at that picture, and you will see what? Oh, what have you got there? You've got like 15 places with A, B, C, D across it, don't you? Doesn't this look like a test? Oh, what are we going to do? It is. But we're not going to collect it. And you'll need a pen or a pencil. And if you don't have a pen or a pencil, Mr. Don Helm, former school teacher, he will pass them out. He is used to doing this. He has given tests before. Who needs a pencil? Raise your hand. There. They need one there. Anybody else need one? Oh, up there they need some. John, what do we do with students that come to class unprepared? They need some up there in the choir. Okay? All right. We're going to take a little test today. We're going to test ourselves on some biblical knowledge. And what you do is you'll see the first question and you'll circle your answer, and then we'll let you know what the correct answer is. You're not handing these in. You don't have to show them to somebody next to you. It's just for your own edification. Now, you have a question already? We haven't even started. Yes? Oh, I'll tell you. How will you know if you get it right? The man of God is standing here, who has all the answers, because he made up the questions. And he only made up the questions that he had the answers to. And with that, I will say, dear God, make your presence known in this sanctuary. And it doesn't happen. Test is over. What did you do with this? You played a joke on me, didn't you? I know you. You took the batteries out. It's supposed to work. Who installed this?
Push the down button, Jerry, not the up button.
I was pushing both buttons. Now look. There. This is to show you the fallibility of man and the infallibility of God. How's that? Now, as the screen comes down, I just want to say, as the screen comes down, I don't want your attention to go down. I know some people don't like screens and projectors and things like that in church. To that, I would just say, open your mind. It's okay. In about 20 minutes, it'll all be over, and all will be well, right? Well, we'll see. I haven't even practiced this, so I don't even know what to expect next. That's a group of kids I don't know, but okay, we're getting there. We need the lights out, yep. Look at this. And God separated the light from the dark. Oh, we got those too. Those need to go.
Those stay on.
Those will always stay on? All right, that's okay. We can see this all right? Here comes our first question. Number 1 is, which book of the Bible never mentions God? And you have 4 choices. Ecclesiastes, Ruth, Micah, or Esther. Make your choice. Do it quick, because we got to move on. Okay? Make your choice. Now I give them the answer, don't I? How many said Esther? It's Esther. The book of Esther is the only book of the Bible that never mentions the word or the name God. Isn't that interesting? Moving on to the next question. Let's see how we do with the next one. Oh, that looks good. How are we doing with that one? Okay. Who was the greatest king in all of Israel? The greatest king. Watch the wording here. Who was the greatest king? Solomon, David, Saul, or Abraham? Who was the greatest king? Make your choice. Move quickly. We haven't got time to lose. I'm going to run this test the way Don used to run his class. Let's go. And the answer is David. Okay, there we go. Moving on to the next one. We move on. Which is the first book of the Bible to list the 10 Commandments? Which is the first book of the Bible to list the 10 Commandments? Make your choice. There are 2 or 3 people I had to go to in the congregation this morning before church started, and I had to say, don't shout out the answers. I know you know all of these. Don't shout them out. How many of you said Genesis? How many of you said Deuteronomy? It's Exodus. Exodus. All right, in the New Testament, it is said that Jesus wept. Whom did he, that's supposed to be who or whom? Whom did he weep over? Was it the woman caught in adultery, Lazarus, Peter, or Judas? Don't shout out the answers. Go sit in the corner. Unless you missed your guess, it's Lazarus. Okay? It was Lazarus. Next one. How many books are there in the Protestant Bible? The Protestant Bible. How many books are there? Are there 59, 61, 66, or 73? No talking in the choir. Behave. Make your selection. Write it down. Circle it. Take a risk. There are 66. All right. How are we doing so far? How many of you got all of them right so far? Okay. How many of you got most of them right? How many did you get any of them right? Never mind. Look at the next one. In what New Testament book do we find the verse, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life? Does that appear in Matthew, John, Luke, or Mark? Circle it. Which one? Hey! It's John. It is John. Yeah. Bill, you're a teacher. Bill's a teacher, and he says he would have kicked her out a long time ago. One more outburst, and you're answering to the big guy. Any of you in the choir. All right, in the Transfiguration story, now some people might be thinking to themselves, oh my gosh, what is a Transfiguration story? In the Transfiguration story, who appeared from the dead to speak to Jesus? Was it Moses and Elijah? Elijah and Moses? Elisha and Moses? Abraham and Isaiah? Or Baal and Lilith? Make your selection. No talking, please. Make your selection. And the answer is A, Moses and Elijah. Okay? Doing all right? Next one. In what chapter of Matthew's Gospel do you find the Beatitudes? Is it chapters 5, 7, 9, or 11? Do not open your Bibles.